Alright, so we just got out of Central Intelligence.
Yep, the new Kevin Hart.
And just so you know, we will be seeing
film.
Finding Dory later.
Yeah.
I think we would choose this over Finding Dory if we were just seeing this, but
yeah, we promise you with movies like Zootopia and stuff, we don't mean to. It's just that it's just for some reason whenever we try to do something on Disney animated films, for some reason something happens with the video.
Okay. so we did just get out of Central Intelligence, and it surprisingly wasn't terrible.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it was going to be bad. I thought it was going to be okay, but I definitely was better than I thought it was going to be, actually.
Yeah, I was expecting something like a ride-along movie or a Rush Hour sequel, but I don't know, I actually got a fair amount of enjoyment out of it.
It could have been the director. What's his name?
I don't remember.
He did We're the Millers and Dodgeball. I don't know if you saw those films or even liked them, but
I didn't.
You didn't see them?
I didn't.
No. I saw both, and I actually really liked both of those films. So for me, that kind of, maybe that was why, because he's a good, I think he hasn't directed any comedies that I consider bad. So that was something that was kind of up for this movie for me.
All right.
And I know you don't like Kevin Hart, but I've seen Kevin Hart good in a lot of stuff, actually.
Well, yeah, he's better in that. He's funnier in this.
Yes.
He does have like some of those like really loud, shrill squealing
but that's
parts.
Because Tim Story's an awful director and doesn't know how to direct Kevin Hart.
Yeah. I mean, he has a few scenes like that in this, but otherwise he's definitely funnier.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even seen.
And of course, we got The Rock in this, and he's playing a guy named Stone.
Yeah. Though I haven't seen any of Tim Story also directed the Think Like a Man movies, and Kevin Hart's in those as well. I never saw any of those.
Yeah.
I only saw the first ride along. I didn't see the second one because I didn't think it looked good, so I didn't see it. But this one,
did he direct that the movie that did he direct the movie that the trailer came before this? What was it called? Almost Christmas?
No, that was someone else.
All right, yeah.
Tim Story. He did direct The Barbershop. He did direct
The
Barbershop, the movie. Kevin Hart makes fun of it in this movie. Barbershop was like the movie that from him that everyone says is really good, but I think he did the Fantastic Four movies and but yeah, this isn't from him, so let's get away from that.
Speaking of references to other movies, it actually is kind of a good thing that they played that clip from 16 Candles in the movie. Otherwise, we wouldn't have understood the ending.
Yeah, there was a lot of that stuff. But so basically, this movie's about Kevin Hart he was like this big guy in high school, and Dwayne Johnson was like this fat guy loser in college, and then in high school, and then they meet again when they're adults.
And he's The Rock, of course.
Except he's an accountant, and Rock is like super toned, and he's like a CIA guy, and he accidentally somehow roping Kevin Hart into this whole thing into something, and it was funny. It wasn't amazing. There were some jokes that were just like kind of weird. Like I didn't like. There's the beginning portion where they're showing them in high school, and the guy's like, when he's introducing Kevin Hart's like, I wish he was my son if I could. Like that wasn't funny. Like what? Like that was the whole beginning part was kind of meh. What's his name? Dwayne Johnson, all fat and stuff, was kind of funny. The only problem was mostly CG, and the CG looked really bad.
Yeah.
Same thing. I think they used some CG on Kevin Hart too, and it looked kind of weird.
Did Dwayne Johnson actually? Was that like a performance capture something? Dwayne Johnson playing his younger fat self?
Yeah, they did. I think they did something, and it just looked. Also, there was a whole thing at the beginning too, where he was dancing, and they had to show his butt for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? Like, what was the point of that? Like, we get it. He's fat. You don't have to show his butt. That's not really funny. Like,
maybe
the part where
maybe Tommy Wiseau directed the first scene.
But it was. When he was like it was fine when they showed it when he was getting across, like when they was doing a wide shot of showing everyone laughing at him, and it showed that was fine. But the part where it was they were obviously showing his butt on purpose for a joke, and I was like, that wasn't funny. It's just kind of dumb. The same thing with the whole, like I said, I didn't like the whole, I already said that.
Yeah, okay. I think they got that one joke from the song Billionaire by Bruno Mars.
But this was better than I thought. It had some really funny moments. I think Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart were kind of good together. They had some funny...
they were. It is kind of amusing just the way that Kevin Hart is in like this fish out of water situation because he's trying to get out of the whole thing, but Dwayne Johnson sees him as his friend because he's like the only person who's never wronged him at all.
Yeah.
And
he's kind of obsessed with him in a kind of.
And I just
way.
want out.
Yeah. Though there were I liked some of the surprise cameos, like the Aaron Paul. He kind of had an important role in this. It was kind of cool.
Yeah. And then Melissa McCarthy at the end as this cross-eyed woman.
Yeah. Oh, and Amy Ryan too. I didn't know she was in this either. Or Jason Bateman too. Jason Bateman's in this too. I didn't know he was in this as well. But
one of the funniest jokes in is that that bit where they go into Trevor's office, the character Jason Bateman plays, and he's
yeah. he pretends to be Christian.
He pretends to be Christian, saying that he's regretted what he did to Bob Stone all those years before. And it starts off as like a really touching scene, and Bob's like, "Man, I don't know what to say," and he goes, "Well, you can say this, and the Oscar goes to Trevor."
Yeah, because he was just being a jerk, but yeah. But yeah, at the same time, it felt like he was kind of playing the same character he played in The Gift, except kind of goofy. Kind of the bully who kind of grew up, but he's still kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
I feel like, the joke, I am a Scientologist, come on. That was cute.
And he still does get his comeuppance by the end of this one, but actually, I think in the Gift, his comeuppance is a lot less painful.
Yeah.
No, excuse me. I mean, in this, it's a lot less painful. In The Gift, yeah. Well, and he got hit by the rock in this.
I guess if I did have problems, though, it's probably the action scenes were just kind of directed really badly. But then again, this is a comedy for most. I'm saying if they're gonna mix like action and comedy, maybe they should get two directors, one to direct the comedy and one to direct the action scenes or something like that, or get like an action director or something like the Transporter has like one director, but then it also has like action director, the Lois Lear, who was like the not action director, but he was like the co-director. They had, I can't remember what it was. There was another movie where it's like they said action director was this one guy or whatever. But yeah, they definitely need something, because the action scenes were very choppy and just kind of looked weird and didn't work. I mean, there were some funny moments. Like I liked the scene where Kevin Hart is trying to break out, he's trying to go, he's trying to surrender, but he keeps accidentally hitting all these people. That was really funny. Yeah. It kind of it kind of reminded me of one of the only. Well, it wasn't exactly like that, but like one of the only funny parts I thought of the first ride along was the part where he was using video game logic, like that you could pick up ammo like on the floor, like in video games. He does that in the movie, like in a grenade you can just throw it back, which you kind of learns. I thought I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of that for some reason, of just like Kevin Hart doing something awesome in a silly way. Yeah.
Although there are some things that are never explained in this movie, like the guy on the motorcycle at the Rock fights and that deserted building. Yeah. Kevin Hart takes the guy's motorcycle and leaves, and I think he gets captured by the guy, right? And they never show how he's escaped. The next time we see him, he's posing as Kevin Hart and his wife's therapist.
Yeah, that was a great scene too. The therapist.
That was a good scene, but still,
yeah, I know that was kind of.
It's kind of like
I forgot about
he's
it,
the Rock. You can just assume that he escaped one way or another.
But yeah, it was just
kind of like how just assume that it was the way that Liam Neeson escaped from that elevator. Oh wait, how did he do that in Taken 3?
But yeah. Though the thing though was I kind of forgot about it because they kind of after it was just kind of a funny scene, so I kind of forgot about the previous scenes. So I was like, So for me, I kind of forgot about it. But
yeah, there are some scenes like that don't further the story, but at least they're funny.
Because it wasn't like Keanu. We saw like Keanu had a lot of stuff that was kind of unresolved, and that kind of made me question it because this when after something wasn't resolved, they just they put a joke and I could forget about it. But Keanu didn't have that. Keanu had a lot of stuff, and I was just like, what? There's a lot of unanswered stuff. I kind of agree with Stuckman on that Keanu did have a lot of stuff that just kind of was left in the air that they never went back on or whatever.
Yeah. The other thing I didn't get was when Kevin Hart busts into the garage and then The Rock turns around and actually shoots him. The bullet skids along the side of his neck. Mm-hmm. Why did he do that?
Oh, to get him to
Was it
trick
just
the...
like an act or something?
Well, yeah, because he wanted to make them think that he killed his partner, so that way they would believe he was a jerk or whatever, that he was.
Right.
Because
He had to have had like the aim of Annie Oakley
yeah.
to just produce some blood, but not seriously injure him.
Yeah, it's just a comedy, like I said. There's some stuff that you can, even if it's stupid, like because especially in comedies you can do that, especially in action movies if something happens. Sometimes you can kind of go, it's a stupid movie, but it's just a fun action movie. But sometimes it's like, okay, that's a little weird. Yeah. like Now You See Me Too had a lot of stuff where it's just like, okay, I'm starting to question this. But yeah, I don't know. I was surprised. I like this movie a lot better than I thought I was going to. Not that I thought I was gonna hate it. Like I didn't think I was gonna hate it. I thought it was either gonna just leave okay or maybe enjoy it. But I still wasn't like, oh, I can't wait to see Central Intelligence.
Yeah. Of course, everyone is probably going to see Finding Dory instead. But I'll say, hey, I would recommend making it a rental when it comes on DVD.
Or if you, and if you're a fan and you want to see another, like if you want to see one movie, probably just go see Dory. But since we haven't seen it yet, I don't want to say anything. But like, if you're gonna see two movies, or if you're not really into the animated kids film thing, then see Central Intelligence. You might be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. This actually has a 61% the last time I checked.
Yeah. All right, so let's grade this, I guess.
All right, yeah. So yeah, it's a quick, funny, somewhat enjoyable experience. So I'll give it a solid B minus.
I'm probably just gonna give it B minus 2. I can't really.
All right.
This is one of those where it's a little difficult, so probably B minus 2 sounds good for me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the trailers.
Yeah.
First, there's the Obama.
Oh yeah, the one about
how Obama and his wife
Barack
met.
and Michelle. Yeah.
So what do you don't like Obama, right?
Well, yeah, I don't like him as a president, but I don't know if there's like a good story to tell and they're and like how Barack and Michelle fell in love, then yeah, I'll give it a watch.
I don't know. I'm fine with like him as a president. I think he's okay. I don't think he's bad. I think he's fine for what he is, and he seems like a nice guy. So I'll check it out. Yeah. I'm kind of.
The movie's called South Side by You.
Yeah, and I mean, he as a person, he seems like a cool guy. But like, I don't. As a president, I'm kind of mixed with him. Not. You probably all just hate him as a president, but
yeah. The best thing I can say about him is that he's a great singer.
But I'm just kind of mixed on his. I think he's.
All right. Let's see. We got the Red Band trailer for Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, and after seeing that, I might have to make it a no.
No, but I'm still a maybe. But the big problem with the trailer was it had really bad editing. It was just really badly edited. It was just it was so weird. All the editing choices were so weird for that trailer. Like we saw the trailer for War Dogs. I'm like, actually, they should have whoever edited the trailer for War Dogs should have edited that movie because the War Dogs trailer actually has some pretty good editing for like for a comedy or half comedy. I guess it's sort of a drama in a way too. But yeah, that one looks. But I definitely give this like it's still a maybe for me. But I'm still like it's still like there isn't really much to advertise. I mean, Zac Efron's not really a big draw. His last couple movies were big flops. I mean, I guess there is Albert Plaza and what's her name?
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah. But Albert Plaza was also in Bad Grandpa, and they kind of used her in the advertisements, and Bad Grandpa was still a flop. Yeah, I'm still gonna give it a maybe because it might be one of those that they have some good jokes in the trailer, but then the movie, like a movie that was terrible that was edited really well was like The Brothers Grimsby. Like the Green Band trailer for that was hilarious, but then you see the movie is like. What? And all the jokes they showed in the trailer were way funnier. Like whoever they edited, because the jokes they have the same jokes, but the jokes are like they're different the way they are in the movie. Like however the editor did it to make it seem more funnier. I'm like, wow, bravo, guy, that guy should have edited Mike and Dave, whoever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then of course there's Sausage Party.
What do you think?
Maybe.
The only thing is, I've seen the Red Band trailer, basically
I
the
have
red band.
too. All that's in there is just some F-bombs, but I'm pretty sure. I'm kind of
Yeah.
thinking there are probably gonna be like a lot of wiener jokes.
The thing that
Yeah.
really like they made it in the trailer too. It's like we just touched tips. That's wrong or something. It's like
Yeah.
just like when I heard that, I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
But it's just like of course there's a scene where Seth Rogen's character looks like he's taking something that's sort of weed. That's another thing of Rogen comedies where he's just obsessed with someone has to smoke weed at one point, except for I don't know. There wasn't in Neighbors 2, I don't think. At least I don't remember. Well, no, the girls did, but I don't think Seth Rogen smoked anything in Neighbors 2. But there was like, but in the Neighbors 1, I know there was a scene where they did. But yeah,
Actually, the concept of this movie makes me think of this song by a band called the Arrogant Worms. The song is called "Carrot Juice is Murder."
yeah. Though I actually would have preferred them to play that than the crappy song they chose to play in this
Yeah.
movie. Like that song they chose is "Wiggle" by Jason Derulo with Snoop Dogg, and it is one of like the worst songs probably ever made. It's one of those songs that like people consider so bad it's good, but it's not so bad it's good. It's just terrible. It's basically just him singing about girls' butts constantly. It is just really badly done. Even like the critic, the critic I told you about, Todd in the Shadows.
Oh yeah.
He put
Yeah.
it on it was his number one worst song of last year.
Hmm.
His not because yeah, it's a terrible freaking song. It's a terrible song.
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't even say it. But like it's so close. Like it's like if it for the song alone, it's the trailer's a no, but for really it's just maybe because of what everything else. But for if I was judging it by the song alone, it would definitely be a no because it's just like that was a bad idea,
Yeah.
Rogan. Why? I mean, I
Yeah.
guess because the joke is they're hot dogs, wieners, or
Yeah.
something is like. But it still looks cute, I guess. It's supposed to be kind of like a parody of the Pixar formula
Yeah.
in a way. And like I told you, it's from the director. The director voices the gingerbread man in
Hmm.
in Shrek.
Yeah.
So, but I'll still give it a chance. But like it's just like a so maybe.
Okay.
And then
So.
they did, and there is a sort of they did add some new footage in the third trailer for Suicide Squad. There were some little sprinkles of like new footage, because I've seen that because I saw X-Men Apocalypse a couple times, and every time I saw X-Men Apocalypse, they'd show a trailer for this third Suicide Squad trailer. So they added some stuff for this trailer. Like there was a couple added Joker scenes. But yeah, but that's about. But I don't think we have anything else other than that.
All right. So we've got 1 hour. So let's go grab John and go to Finding Dory. I have one small prediction to make. I'm just going to.
And hopefully that we'll have the video out.
Yeah. I'm gonna make one small prediction. You know that part in Finding Nemo where all those underwater mines explode, and then it cuts to like the surface. There are like these two pelicans floating.
Yeah.
There's a bubble that goes
Yeah,
up behind
nice.
one of them. It's like
Yeah,
nice, flies away. I'm predicting that that's gonna become a running joke. They're gonna make like a callback to that in Finding Dory. That's just one small prediction I'd like to get out there.
I don't know. I'm kind of like, maybe they might have more. I think they might be smarter to do that, but we'll see what happens.
All right, let's keep swimming.